Hello everyone, Ron here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and today I'm talking about a question that a student sent me, and it is, why is it important to improve a weak essay? When I first received this question, I thought, I don't know if it's really worth even answering this question. There's a fairly obvious answer. You want to improve a weak essay so that you can get a good grade. That's the immediate thought. That's, I think, what everyone would think of when they first heard this question. But then I thought about it a little bit more, because if a student asks a question, I want to try to give them the best answer I can. And that might not be the best answer. And I thought about it, and I've been talking about this a lot. I've done a lot of blogs and a lot of videos about the importance of the process. And writing is part of the process of learning, even if you aren't handing in an essay. So in other words, even if you aren't going to get a grade on the paper, it's worth writing about a topic because it helps us to learn more about it. And the essay or a test score or a quiz, these are kind of like the icing on the cake. They are not really a lot of the learning process. They're not the meat of the learning process. They're just the top. It's a proof. Did I learn this material? Do I still remember what I've learned, or can I do something with this information on an essay or a test? And that's good. I don't say throw out all the tests and exams and quizzes. They may be limited more. I think some of them are unnecessary, but I don't say get rid of them all, because I think that is a good way of measuring how much you gained from a course, how much you gained from a particular unit. But it isn't the learning process. The process is actually all of the work that you do throughout the term or throughout the course. And a good part of that can be the writing. So if you've written a weak essay, in my view, that means you haven't understood the material very well. You don't have a good grasp of the information in that course, or on that unit at least. So the reason to improve a weak essay, besides the grade, and maybe much more importantly, is to improve yourself. You want to improve your own knowledge, your own understanding of not only what you're doing now, but what you will do in the future. So the more you learn at each stage, the more you have to use later when you're learning other things. Remember, I'm always talking about the network of knowledge. When you're studying something today, think of how does that connect to what you've learned in the past. And it might not even be in the same course. You could be studying something in science, but it connects to something you learned in history, or vice versa. Whatever you're doing, if you're reading an English novel or text or play, you can see characters that might relate to some history topic, or even someone in your own life. So there is this network that you can build, and that helps your memory to recall information and to retain information. So if you've written a weak essay, not only will you get a low grade, you probably didn't understand the material very well. So on the final exam, you might not do very well either, because you didn't really understand the material well enough to write about it. So you may not be able to even answer many of the questions, and there may be an essay on the final exam as well. And then next term, next year, 5 years from now, who knows, when you're studying something else, you will not have that reservoir of information to tap into, because you never got it in the first place. So wow, there's a lot of reasons to improve a weak essay. I could go into even more, because the essay could be weak for technical reasons, and that means you need to improve your writing skills, because maybe you have the information but you don't know how to get it into an essay format, or you don't know how to write sentences and paragraphs very well. All of those learning pieces are also very, very important, so I wouldn't leave those out. But I think really the big piece for this video is to gain the information. If you can't write about it well, you probably didn't understand it very well. So to improve yourself is the main point and the main reason for improving a weak essay. I hope that all makes sense to you. I think it does. I am going to put a link below for a coupon for the essay writing course that I have on Udemy. Don't forget to ask about the photo prompt paragraph writing lessons and the literature writing lessons based on Common Lit texts. They're very interesting and up and running now. So that might be something you're interested in. I'll put a link for the website below as well. You can get in touch with me through email, through the website. You can ask a question here if you're watching on YouTube, or make a comment. Like the video if you do. Hope you do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click on the notification bell. You'll get notifications of other videos and blogs that I'm doing on various learning topics. In the meantime, keep learning, keep writing, because it's part of that process, and keep having fun. It's Ron Johnson from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.